Alright guys, what's up? It's time to do the Naruto one-shot chapter of him becoming Hokage.
or show and the rise of the Naruto universe's own Gohan.
Yeah, exactly.
And you might be saying to yourself, well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Well, I mean, obviously if you're watching this video, you've read the chapter, so
Yeah.
what the hell are you thinking about? I mean, come on. Himawari one-shotting Naruto out of anger?
Oh
Come
yeah.
on. That screams Gohan from DBZ, which, if just in case you didn't remember, Kishimoto is a huge fan of Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. One of like
So
the billion fans of Dragon Ball Z that writes manga, but yeah.
yeah, so it's very heavily. So yeah, so it's pretty much official that Kishimoto is pretty much making it almost impossible for the fandom to just sit there and lay quiet as he says, "I'm done writing this series." There's no way that I think Kishimoto is purposely doing this to force us as fans to try and force him to continue to write like a sequel series and continue it, because between the Boruto movie, this one shot, and the Naruto Gaiden's miniseries, you have Sarada, you have Boruto, and you have Himawari all being seemingly close to their parents' power levels in the fourth grade ninja war now. Seemingly. But, I could be wrong, but seemingly. And if that's the case, they are going to grow up to be far stronger. And it's just, people are going to want to see that.
Reminds me of Awakening, Fire Emblem Awakening.
Oh, yeah.
With all the
Which is,
OP children.
yeah, it's exactly like that. It's like,
Yeah.
you got these two OP characters, you put them together, they have an even more OP child. I mean, what did you expect when friggin' Sasuke, one of the two gods of the verse, had a child with Sakura, who has possibly one of the greatest physical strengths of any female character in the series,
Mhm.
combined with her own healing properties.
Right.
Like, it's just, and then you got Boruto and Himawari, the children of the other god of the verse, and at the current moment, since Neji died, the most powerful or most skilled member of the Hyuga clan, which would have been Neji if he didn't die.
Yeah.
But the point is that she was very prominently skilled. I mean, she was still second to. She might have been second to Neji, but out of all the Hyuga members, that still means she was the second best or most skilled Hyuga member.
Well, don't forget about Hiyashi. He was still there. He was still
Uh,
kicking, and he was using, he was using Kaiten right next to Neji, and looked. I still think Hiyashi was still definitely better than Hinata, especially
well,
given
we
his
don't
data
know
book
it.
stats.
Yeah, but the point is that she was. Then it doesn't matter. She outbeat her sister, and that would and then which became and now she's the head of the family,
Yeah.
or was set to be the head of the family, because across all of these forms of media, minus the Boruto movie, because we haven't seen it yet. As far as we know, we haven't seen anything related to the Hyuga clan other than Hinata.
Yeah.
So we don't even know if she's been shunned or something. For all we know, she could be shunned because she married an outsider.
Yeah, I don't think they could possibly shun her from marrying who is now the Hokage. At least it's like that would probably be like treason.
No, it wouldn't be necessarily the fact is that she's not she's doesn't they don't allow her to participate and say the tradition, she's not the head of the family or
Yeah,
stuff
that I
like
can
that, or
understand. Yeah.
not involved in Hyuga clan stuff.
Mhm.
Now,
Yeah.
as for this, how that pertains to this chapter, well, for one thing, what I really liked about this chapter was this showcase that just because they don't have the freaky as all hell, Hyuga clan eyes, it doesn't mean they can't have Byakugan.
Right.
Which means it's still possible that in Boruto the movie, we could see a Boruto using a Byakugan.
Yeah.
Now, it is, but just the sheer, like, comedy of the whole, like, everything that transpired in this just creates one hilariously comedic joke on just the family dynamic of the Uzumaki family. You got Naruto who's almost overslept and missed his inauguration as the seventh Hokage and got woken up by his children, and then his wife's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go off to go pick up your thing,
Hmm.
and I'm gonna meet you at the ceremony. You take care of the kids and bring them to the ceremony." Well, as it sometimes tends to be in family household, the mother is the main discipliner, and guess the first thing that happens when mom leaves, all hell breaks loose.
Yep.
And then when Hinata gets to the ceremony and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm late." And then like, "Oh, where's Naruto?" And she's like, "Oh, he's not here yet." And they're like, "No." And she's like, has that face like, "Shit, I knew I shouldn't have left him alone with the kids."
Yep.
And and lo and behold, she was right. Naruto couldn't handle getting his own two kids to just leave the house peacefully to go to his inauguration ceremony.
Hmm.
Now I can understand sort of why Boruto hates his dad so much. I mean, like, but this was before he became Hokage and was too busy to be with his kids.
Yeah.
He already had trouble keeping them under wraps. So I can only imagine how bad it is now that he
Yeah.
is Hokage.
Yeah. So the moral of the story: don't leave your kids with Naruto.
Don't leave your kid. No, the moral of the story is the mom's the only is the dis, the only person who can keep a rein on the kids is the mother.
Well, he probably didn't hit his kids, so he's like tries to talk no jutsu them instead, so it
Yeah,
doesn't
well,
work that way.
yeah, but see, the thing is that yeah, he made the stupid mistake of he saw the Byakugan and saw that she was doing something, and he knows since his wife is a Hyuga what she was about to do. He could have easily have activated Kurama and or not even have to activate Kurama, just stop her
Yeah.
from doing it, but he didn't. He had So is that trying to tell us that his battle senses were that bad at that point that his daughter was able to get the jump on him?
I don't know. I just didn't. I don't think he knew how strong the attack was actually going to be.
I guess, but he still could have stopped it, regardless
Yeah.
of how strong he thought the attack was going to be.
Yeah. I mean that's true, but Naruto does stupid
Yeah,
shit like that from time to time.
and not only was he beaten, but he was quote unquote knocked out for an entire day.
How does that work? The fuck?
And of course, because of that, and because they've already gathered everyone already up, Kakashi's like, "All right, Plan B," and asks Konohamaru to use transformation jutsu to look like Naruto to do the ceremony for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and of
So,
course you can tell it's him because of the kore at the end of his sentence. Try to do the datebayo and then said kore afterwards. Like, really? Okay.
yeah, whatever. So, and then we finish off with the funny moment of like, oh, Hinata's, seeing in the state, and she's like, well, who could have done this? And then from the closet, you can hear Boruto explaining that it was Himawari, and then you have freaking Himawari with this like creepy as all hell face, not looking for her brother so she can get some blood all
Onichan.
over all over a friggin' stuffed animal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, wow.
Yeah. Himawari, okay, she did not inherit Hinata's kindness. She inherited
No,
Naruto's
no,
knack
no, no, no,
for.
no, 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 no. Remember, she got the no. What she got, she didn't get. See, I would like to see more of her, just because I wanted to see what her normal personality was like because we didn't really get to see much. It seems like, but from what I can see from this chapter, she's inherited the the female Uzumaki gene,
Yeah.
meaning she in this chapter she was acting from beginning to end exactly like Naruto's mother.
Yeah.
Like she's a nice, sweet, kind person, but then when you piss her off, she's like a monster.
Mhm.
And combine that personality trait with with the strength of her parents and her lineage.
Mhm.
No wonder she's the new Gohan.
Right.
Because you don't see Boruto doing that stuff where he just gets pissed off and then suddenly he's like a monster.
Mhm.
That just seems to be something that the Uzumaki women are have.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I think that's everything. I mean, it was a nice little treat that it got online, but I mean, I would have gotten online eventually.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that it finally got off of. We didn't have to stick to just Tumblr translations.
Mhm.
It actually got to a scanlation site.
Right.
So overall, I thought it was a very nice and enjoyable treat of a chapter of a one-shot chapter.
Yeah, it was a pretty enjoyable chapter. So yeah, I mean,
Hmm.
Boruto the movie whenever the fuck it comes out in the sub.
Well, online, I don't know, but according to what I've heard, it's supposedly we're gonna get they're gonna do the same thing they did with Naruto the Last, which is release it in American theaters with Japanese audio and English subtitles.
Right.
Supposedly not some at some time in October. Supposedly. But I haven't heard anything since the initial announcement. So I don't know if it's still going to be October or not.
Uh huh.
Got to wait until the movie comes out before they make any other announcements, I guess.
Yeah.
So
So yeah.
yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review and hope you join us for some of our other reviews.
Yep.
Since this most likely will be the final Naruto related video, unless we the only other one I can think of we would do is a review of Boruto the movie whenever it comes out.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, this
So,
will probably be about it until then. So we'll see you guys in another video, hopefully.
mhm.